Hey guys, it's Pat Largo with Comedians Uncorked, Uncut, and thank you again for all of your support this year, a trying year of 2020. And I have a guest on now that I've wanted to speak with this whole entire year. Got a chance to work with her live and in person a long time ago. It's the 2018 Creative Loafing's Best Stand-Up of the Year, and she has her own TV show. She's in the Tampa Bay area. Catherine Maloney, thank you so much.
Hi, thank you so much, Pat, for having me on. This is so much fun. Yeah, we don't get to see each other. Stupid plague.
Now, real quick, I know this is a local question, but are you still in Pasco or are you in
I am.
You are? Okay.
No, I'm still in Pasco. I will remain a Pasco County resident until my daughter finishes high school, which is in 3 more years. So, yeah, then I can go anywhere I want to.
Anywhere else.
The sky's the limit.
LA.
I'm not staying in Florida. I think I've decided. I love you, Florida, but I think I've had enough.
When we say LA, yeah, we don't mean the Lutz area. We mean Los Angeles.
Yeah, go out to LA.
So
I know.
Well, a question I like to start out with everyone, the same one, just because it's been such a tumultuous year, is how are you and your family doing, and how has 2020 been for Catherine Maloney?
2020's been, but if I took all of my life experiences that just happened in this year to a Hollywood executive, and I said, I'd like to make this, they'd say, go fuck yourself. There's no way that all of this happened to you in 1 year. And I would be like, here's the receipts. Because I had like the weirdest year. It started off very, very promising. I had worked with Damon Wayans like late November. Then I worked with Michael Rappaport, and he loved me. He was like, I want to take you on the road. We're going to start March 20th at the Orlando Improv, and then we'll finish off the rest of the tour. And then my birthday is 2/27. And so a fan of mine decided that she wanted, she had an extra ticket to go see the Joe Koy show, and she wanted to know if I wanted to be her guest. And I said, yeah, of course. I was like, why not? Like, why wouldn't I want to sit front row, dead center, VIP for Joe Koy?
Sure.
It's a no-brainer. Well, within like 5 minutes of him being on stage, he brought me on stage, and I performed in front of his sold-out audience at the Tampa Theater, like out of nowhere. And I wasn't, no hair, no makeup. I was like totally casual, but the universe checked in with me, because as I was walking past the security guard, it was an older Black man, and he said to me, are you going to do the Walmart bit? And I was like, I can't fucking believe that the universe was like, go get him. And I went up, I did like 3 to 5 minutes. He loved me. He said, I stepped up to the plate and I knocked that shit out. That's a quote from Joe Koy.
Wow.
And then he paid me, and he wanted to bring me on tour. And then the fucking pandemic just killed everything. It was just insane. But that's how, and we taped a pilot. It's called Advisors, a group of us out of Tampa with Joey G. And we taped that, and then that was being shopped to HBO Max. So there was just a lot of really positive things. And then my engagement broke up. I was homeless for 6 weeks over the summer with my daughter. Couldn't do trivia, couldn't do comedy, just trying to like figure out what was going to go on. And then I had this opportunity to have my own show on the Griffin Icon Network, which is, you can find it on Fly TV. It's FLI.TV, but it streams on Roku and all that. So you basically get the app, and then you find me, and you can watch my episodes. So that's fun.
Yeah, and we'll definitely get to that later, because there's so much to encapsulate.
Yeah.
Real quick, walk me through now. First of all these male comics want a piece of Catherine Maloney, which is fantastic. And
it's great.
I saw the Joe Koy story on your Facebook page, and I was like, wow, that's fantastic. Now, real quick, I just thought about this. Did the girl or the female who asked you to go with her to the show for your birthday, she didn't know this was going to happen. You didn't know this was going to happen. Did this this had to uber impress her with like, wow, this is, and I'm with a star here.
Well, it was, her name is Melissa, and she's one of my biggest fans and supporters. She's really awesome. And no, and what was funny is when we were walking in, like we walked into the opener, who is Eric Schwartz, and I've worked with Eric down in Naples at Off the Hook, and I have pictures of him with like my daughter Kayla when she's like 6 years old. So I'm a fan of comics. Like I root for us, especially like people like if it's just, it brings us all up when we're strong. So when we have comics that we've worked with and we see them at a sold out show at the Tampa Theater with Joe Koy, it's like, fucking hey, it's Eric. So I was excited for that. Yeah. And then none of it was planned. He has a 15-year-old son and I have a 15-year-old daughter. And that's as much as I can recall of why we bonded. But he was like, come up and give me a high five. And my friend followed me with a handwritten letter to Joe Koy. And we know as comics, like, oh no, this could go south fast. You know what I mean? Like I know me on stage, I rip people apart. So I was like, oh God, please don't be mean to us. And what happened was he said, who are you with? And she said, Catherine. And he goes, oh, you're with her or whatever? And then she said, yeah, she's a stand-up comedian. And like, I just died on the inside because that it sounded like I tried to get on stage or whatever. So I'm like cringing in my seat. And then he was like, oh, you're a comic? Like, that's great. And everyone applauds. And he goes, no one gives a shit. And I go, you know, my Captain Maloney, like, no, don't be mean to me. So I think he took that as like a vote of confidence. Like, don't fuck with me because I will put my money where my mouth is. And I did. And then when I got off stage, Eric was standing there because he was like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like done with my set. I'm in the back going to the bathroom. And I fucking hear a female comic like over, because at the Tampa Theater, you hear it at the bathroom, in the hallways, everywhere. And he was like, how did you do that? And I was like, I didn't do anything. Like, I just made eye contact with him. And it was, I believe in the universe and where it puts you. And there was just something about that moment and it was awesome because, like I said, I got that little nod from the security guard who knew me and was like, I'm rooting for you.
Sure.
So that was that.
I didn't know the inside story because that was my follow-up query was like, how did he know, or did the opener talk to him about you? But that was all just literally improv, so to speak. It was just all just spur of the moment.
It literally was just unfolding. Wow. Like right there. We were actually walking in a little bit late, which I didn't like to do because, you know, I respect the whole show.
Sure.
But the only thing was we were supposed to do VIP because that was the ticket that she got. But Joe Koy was crushing it that week and they kept adding shows. So we were at the 7:30 show. So in lieu of meeting him because they had to flip the room, they gave us like a swag bag and it's like his Netflix special on an album, autographed. It's cool stuff. Oh, okay. But because I got to go on stage, I got to go backstage and take a picture with him and chit chat and stuff. So it was all like just almost like it didn't happen because like, how does that happen?
Right. No, that's
and how does it go well?
Right. Well, think about it. Yeah, because when that happened, all of a sudden now, and then for him to then say, do something right now for us, that is, I mean, that really, but that goes to show your true grit as a professional, as an entertainer, as a professional comedian, and just a dang good person where you just did it. And then he wanted you said, right, to work with him at other shows?
Yeah, his road manager is his sister. So he was like, go see my road manager, who's my sister. Her name is Gemma. She's super awesome. And she was like, we didn't know what was going on. Like, no, he has apparently never done this. Wow. So even her, Gemma, and like all the other people that were there for like, you know, with the merch and everything, everybody came out to watch this, like, moment in time that has never happened. He doesn't like, that's not like a Joe Koy like go to where and Pat, you and I both know there's one rule in comedy, and that is you never give the microphone to an audience member. Oh, like I've learned that early on.
That's an old broadcasting thing too from my radio days. You never ever give your microphone, literally, if they try to grab it, you grab it right back and go, no, no, no. Yeah.
You never do that because who knows what I would have said or done, right. Or, you know, it could have been anything. It could have just been a shit show. So I don't know, he just had trust in me, and the sister was really excited, and then we exchanged information and everything, but then the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I got a little too close to the sun.
Man, well, no, I know, I hear you, but I know it's just you're right. But that it's just that's so the insight, the insight, and the inside story is fantastic. Now, as we hopefully get back to some normal stuff going on in 2021, hopefully and beyond, are you still in communication with Joe and with Michael Rappaport so things can still go down the road sometime?
Yeah, I mean, I try to stay in contact with everyone without being like, annoying. But yeah, you want to touch base. I know that Michael Rappaport, he's a lot like me in terms of how he feels about the pandemic and how dangerous it is. So he's being very, very cautious. Joe's been doing a lot of TV stuff, but I mean, I'm going to always put myself out there. You got to throw your hat in the ring, especially when they are the ones that are asking you. Like, I'm not going to them and saying, oh, it's great to work with you. Like, if you ever need anyone, they're literally like Damon Wayans' his road manager, who is, I forget her name, but like literally she was finding the door guys to find me. She was like, I have to get to the feature. I have to get her information. Damon wants her information. I was like, oh my God. And old door guy's like, you better fucking find her.
See that?
And
they're like, hey,
yeah,
look,
so
they said somebody grabbed a white woman.
yeah, they love. Oh, listen, I will be the next Anna Faris for the Wayans family. I had, that was a dream to work with someone that I watched on in Living Color, and The Last Boy Scout's one of my favorite movies. Right. Like, and he was just as nice as, so was Joe Koy. So Michael Rappaport's cool as fuck. I mean, yeah, it's just nice to work with people that they appreciate what you have to bring to the table.
Yeah, and well, yes, because you're all entertainers. That's what we do. That's what you do, and they notice it. I mean, it never hurts to be attractive, but I mean,
doesn't hurt. It does, but sometimes it does, because the wives don't like the idea of their husbands traveling with an attractive female.
True, right.
So it hurts also because like I sometimes like female comics are like, I don't want any other female comics on the show. Yeah. So it's like I've had to create basically my own stage time, and I appreciate all the time that I get from everybody else. But there's a lot of like little things that a lot of people don't realize that you have to deal with. Like the wives, like Bert Kreischer told me one time, he's like, I'd love to bring you on the road, but my wife would literally kill me. Yeah. Literally kill me. And I was like, oh my God. Like, yeah. But that's how it is.
No, people, you're right.
They don't want to have that fight at home.
Yeah. And it's funny because comedy is so much like, I mean, bands, it's a different story in the music business. They just, because there's so much going on, you can't be that way. But in comedy, there's so much like downtime and one person literally staying in one hotel room that there can be some fraternization going on. So I understand that, because like in the radio, it's like, what do you do? Yeah. 23 other hours during the day. What do you want to do?
And that's what it is. It's like we are just like lumps, like that's why I love doing comedy. Like I loved when I was on the road all the time, because I love to just lay there literally from like noon. Like I would get up and do the like free breakfast. Yep. And then I'd go in my pajamas. Sometimes people would see me from the show the night before and they'd be like, it's you. And I'd be like, what's up? Like still same hair and makeup, like not even giving a shit. There's no glamour. I always wondered why like famous people look like shit on like magazines. Like you'd see like, Jessica Simpson like walking in like ugly sweatpants, and I'm like, doesn't she like throw all that shit out when she has the money? But then I see us comics and we all look like shit the next day.
There's that's comedians. No reason, I mean, to look. Not everybody can be Nikki Glazer or Dane Cook, or I'm trying to think. What's Anthony Jeselnik?
Yes, that's right. That's the hotties of comedy, right there.
I'm not gay, but boy, I tell you what, I give him a firm handshake. There's no doubt about that. Well, so now you take us from the highs. Now I have to ask you to walk us through the lows, because this year has been so bad.
Dude, it's so bad.
And you mentioned going from all the way up here, doing what you do, to now being homeless for a few weeks, which I didn't know. I knew I saw some of your Facebook stuff. I knew there was some bad stuff going on. But how do you walk it through for people who are going through this now? What went on with you?
Yeah, so yeah, my engagement just didn't work out. Ultimately, my fiance like went from like a before and after. He didn't look the way he looks now when I met him. But he worked very, very hard and diligently on his physique and all that.
Okay.
And I just think he wants to take this dick for a ride, you know, and I don't, because he's never looked this good. So, and you know, with comedy, like you have to have somebody that's really supportive, because sometimes we have to do things that the average person, like the civilian, as I call them, would just not even be able to comprehend. So you're going to drive 3 hours to do 10 minutes because maybe one day you'll get a week there. Like other people don't understand that. So there was a lot of me feeling like I was being like parented, like everything would go through a filter of whether or not the value was worth the time, which I think we do need to do that in general, like put our time first. But at the same time, if you're going to tell me to not take these gigs that are whatever, $100, $75, that adds up. And then the financial pressure goes on to the household, because where does that money come from? Well, it's going to come from somewhere, because we're going to have to take the kids to lunch and shit. So I just think the pressures of me not being able to do, you know, what I want to do. I mean, when you have Damon Wayans, Joe Koy, Michael Rappaport, Gary Owen, Kevin Nealon, Bert Kreischer, you have like these fucking comics that like people dream of just being able to see or meet. You have those people look you dead in the eye and say, you have something and you better fucking not waste it. So when you have that and then you have a partner that doesn't see that, you don't need to be around that shit. That is, you're never going to get to where you want to be when you have that anchor. So it sucked. And yeah, we were homeless. Like he put our shit on the porch and like threw it out.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Did he
like I lost stuff. He kept stuff on purpose that I had for a very long time, and he knew the value of it, and he just kept it. And then so I stayed with one of Kayla's friends up here in Trinity, and then we spent some time down in Sarasota. But it was really my friends. It was really Mary Tischbein. She's Skoway, Long Island Mary. I stayed with her, and you know, we just kind of had a chance to heal over the summer. But my daughter's 15, like she's gonna remember every fucking second of this. So that's the rough part, you know.
And you know what, you're right, because and what are the ages of your daughters?
I just have one biological daughter. I have Kayla, and she's 15. I had two stepdaughters, and they're 15 and 16.
Okay. So, and they're in the age now where they see and they will know how a guy is supposed to treat a woman, and they saw what you went through. So that's a very formative type, you know, right there.
Yeah. If she was going to learn anything, like this was a lot. She learned a lot from this year. She learned a lot because he would always say that Kayla was his daughter. And so that hurt her. Yeah. Ultimately, at the end, she was like, wow, you're an asshole.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, what was all that I'm your daughter thing?
That's crazy, man. Well, Jesus. Well, now all of a sudden, you know, so you got through that. Now you're kind of back on your feet again. And then I saw something, I guess, months ago with you and Johnny B from 102.5 The Bone Radio in Tampa, and Ron Hortman. I want to say it was Chris Madsen.
Yep.
And a bunch of other great Tampa comics were doing something. And I think that's what you were alluding to before, a show that you were going to pilot out to HBO Max. What was this all about?
Yeah, so it's called Advisors, and sorry, I have a tickle in my throat, but it's called Advisors, and Joey G, he developed it, and it stars Johnny B and another, I can't think of his name. He's adorable. He's like the cutest kid ever. I say that because he's like an Instagram model.
Aw.
And fitness guy. God, I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name. And I'm actually the lead female on the cast, which is cool. My name is Caitlin on it. And it it was shot in Sarasota. So it's a real homegrown project with our investors are local. It's based off of a group of financial advisors that used to work at a bank, and now they started their own firm, and all the shenanigans. Like, we have a rapper who's Rio Paris,
Yeah.
who's one of our clients.
Okay.
And it was just so much fun to shoot with them. We're going to go back and shoot the second episode once the SAG rules kind of lighten up on production. Because even though we're in Florida, we still have to abide by the SAG rules, and they're a little bit stricter right now due to the pandemic. So we're just waiting, like all of us, because by the end of us filming, after 4 days, we were all like best friends. Like, it was like Friends or like The League or The Office. Like, it was, we all had each other's back. We supported each other through every scene. Like, we knew that you know, we all needed to put our best foot forward. So we were all supportive, and I loved it. So I can't wait to go back. That's my favorite, working with people that I love.
And that's it. So, oh my God. Are you there? Oh,
I'm here.
Left out for a
Stupid
second.
phone.
I thought that was your ex-fiance for a second, trying to sabotage. Okay.
No, he's too busy online dating.
That's awesome. Well, that happens when you have abs. Yeah, man, the whole SAG thing, you got to watch. People go Tom Cruise on you when you start shooting again here. They're going to go crazy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and he's not too far from us.
Yeah, Jesus. But no, I love it. So we'll be on the lookout for that. It's called The Advisors. And then lastly, I want to cover this now. What you have going on is it Fly TV, FLI.TV?
Yes.
And it's a Griffin Icon channel, and your show is called Yo, What's Up with Catherine Maloney. And while you talk, I'll see if I can pull this baby up a second here. Let me share this.
Okie dokie.
I think we have it right.
I love my theme song. I have my own intro song.
Okay.
And it's very good for me because it starts off with bagpipes representing my Irish heritage, and then it goes into rap, which is my love.
Okay. So all right, this is good. So that's what I did now. We'll let people know this. So it's FLI.TV, and then I went to the programs. You'll see it on the homepage. I just scrolled down a little bit, and I said, "Where is she?" And there we go. We've got Catherine Maloney along with Mark Gregory, and this is cool. And what are the lengths? Looks like about 41-minute show.
Yeah, I was supposed to do like a 20 to 25-minute show, but I can't stop talking. And once us comics start to just get going, like, it's hard to edit ourselves because I don't like to hold back. If I'm on a rhythm, and I don't want my guests to hold back, because the funny thing might be the thing that like, it's like that image of the guy digging for diamonds and he gives up. And if he would have just hit it one more time, he would have found like this ginormous diamond. So that's the way I look at it. Yeah. I think a lot of us are really good on our feet. We're witty, we're clever. So I like to just keep it loose, and Mark Gregory, if you might recognize him, he's often in the Tampa area. He's in New York City right now, but he is the nephew of the activist Dick Gregory that just passed. Yeah, that's Dick Gregory's nephew, Mark Gregory. And I would say, God, I've been doing comedy for over 12 years, and I've probably worked with Mark like at least 6 times. I think every time he comes into the Improv, we both know we'll be booked together because it's a good build to the show.
That's cool, man. So this right here. So I like this. So the gist of your show, Yo, What's Up with Catherine Maloney, is it specifically interviewing other stand-up comedians, or will you take on basically all comers, TV people, other folks? What's the format?
Yeah, I mean, I started off with comics because, they're the people that I've spent the most time with over the last 12 years. But today I will be taping an episode with Daniel Motown Pride, Daniel Jefferson. He's the founder of Got Jokes, and he's also spoken word, a musician. He's helped cultivate and support stand-up comedy in the Tampa Bay area a lot. I mean, he's given me a lot of stage time. So I have him on because he had a lot of shit to say about Wonder Woman, and I want to talk to him about that. So
Okay.
I'm open for everything. I think it's just a matter of, you know, what do you want to hang out and talk about? Because I wanted to have that green room after the show feeling, when comics are kind of at our best.
Excellent right there. And then you mentioned at the top of this, how can people get a hold of that besides Fly TV, FLI.TV? You were mentioning it's on different platforms. What are those?
Yes. So if you have the Roku TV app, or if you could download it on your smart TV, then you'll go on there. So you'll have the Roku. You'll click on that. Then you'll click on the Fly TV channel, I think it is, and then you'll click on the Griffin icon link. It's like, I can't wait till I can just be like, I'm on Netflix. Just yeah. You can go to my Instagram. It's at Maloney Comedy, and it's in my bio. You could just click that link and it'll take you there. Just scroll down and you'll see my show.
Can't you just put this shit on YouTube?
No,
Jeez.
I know.
Right.
I don't know.
No,
I can't control the production team.
No,
I'm just the talent.
Hey, at least you got a production team. I got a fucking dog. That's all I got.
I couldn't do it without a team.
I'm Pat Largo. I've interviewed Metallica. I've worked on movie sets. I'm a star, and I've got nothing.
I'm sorry. I know. This is how it is. I was homeless, and I don't have a car. So everyone's trying to book me for gigs, and my car is gone. So, yeah.
Well, we'll run it like an escort service. I'll be your driver. Just give me like $15.
There you go, $15.
You know?
I'll be like, listen, you get stage time, one app, and I give you $15.
$15, a little road pleasure, and we're good.
Oh, I don't know about the road pleasure. I'm dead inside. I'm not. I'm like one of those women. I'll say this: the women in my family give up on romantic relationships around 40 years old. Both of my grandmothers, they both gave up. Never remarried. Never dated. Never nothing. My aunt, my mother. Yeah. So if you fuck a woman over in my family around this age, like I'll die alone. Like I'll just make career everything. So. There's got to be a lot of something for somebody to get my attention.
And you should see the Christmas cards that Catherine writes after that sentence right there. She's very. She writes children's books.
I do. They start with "Get your shit off the fucking floor." That's chapter 1.
Right. Once upon a time, you piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. That's how stories were told to me. I don't understand what's wrong.
Well, I'm glad. Here's what I want people to come away from this, though. Not just guys as a lesson, and women because who've gone through stuff like this, worse, maybe not as worse, but just to see that you can laugh about it, and that's awesome. But it's also an underlying meaning in the theme here. So I hope that people can just be nicer to each other and just stop being stupid because, I mean, like you said, you're a lovely person. I mean, I'm just tired of the whole people screwing people over thing. And that goes with anything. I'm talking about even down to the scam likely phone calls. When I see scam likely on here, I'm just like, just stop.
I know. Why doesn't Apple just like reject it? Why do they have to bring it up that we're even trying to get like scam? Like who's going to be like, you know what? Maybe this time it's not scam. It's not spam. I'm just going to answer. But yeah, I agree. Be nice. We are ending 2020. We still have a couple of days left. So we hold your fucking breath. All right. But let's go into this new year with a new attitude of our time is limited and karma is real. So love the ones that you're with. And if you don't, then treat them kindly and release them so somebody else can love them. Oof. Don't leave them fucking homeless and don't throw their kids' shit out like it's trash. That's my message.
And ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to have a happy, healthy 2021.
Yeah, and go fuck yourselves.
And go fuck yourself. And real quick, on that note, how can people get a hold of Catherine Maloney via social media for future dates? Obviously, you're in that type of mode. How can people reach you?
I know, right? Best is Instagram. Honestly, I love my Instagram. It's so much easier. It seems to be less drama. Okay. So that's at Maloney Comedy. But my Facebook is at Maloney Comedy. Twitter at Maloney Comedy. My website, my team. I have another team for my website, and Justin and song, I'm sorry. I'm taking forever to get back to them because it's hard when you're trying to like survive and heal and grow all at the same time. So I'm trying my best, but my website is CatherineMaloney.com. So once it's up, you are more than welcome to check out everything on there.
I love it. Well, listen, I wish nothing but the best. I look forward to working with you again sometime here in
Yes.
One man. I love working with you. I just love it, just chatting and having a cup of coffee or something and talking about all just everything. It's so much fun, man. So I wish nothing but the best, Catherine Maloney.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for being on Comedians Uncorked, Uncut. My name is Pat Largo. Don't forget to check it out on the Facebook page, Comedians Uncorked. Also, www.comediansuncorked.com. And as always, laugh. You deserve it.